today, let's start with chapter number first, nutrition in plants. In this chapter, we will study about nutrition in plants. I will tell you about nutrition and its type. Then we will study about autotrophic nutrition in plants and heterotrophic nutrition in plants. Then I will tell you what are saprotrophs and replenishing soil nutrients. Now let's start with the chapter. The basic requirement of all living organisms are air, water and food. And food is necessary for all living organisms. Why it is necessary? Because it provides them energy, it gives us energy and building material. All organisms need energy to survive. The process by which living organisms obtain energy and building material from food is called nutrition. What is this called? It is called nutrition. Now, need of nutrition. What are the different modes of nutrition? We have different modes of nutrition. We have autotrophic mode of nutrition, heterotrophic mode of nutrition. First is, there are many ways in which organisms obtain their food. All living organisms is divided into those which can synthesize their own food and those which obtain their food from other organs. There are some animals who synthesize their own food and there are some animals that get food from other organisms. Autotrophs are those organisms which can make or synthesize their own food from simple thing of nature. What they do, they make or synthesize food on their food with the simple things of nature, and the word autos means self and trop means nutrition. Autotrophies are self-nourishing organisms. Green plants are good example of autotrophs. They make their food by the process of photosynthesis, and what they use carbon dioxide, water and sun. And what are these? These are source of energy. Then we have heterotrophs. What are heterotrophs? Heterotrophs are those organisms which cannot synthesize their own food but obtain already prepared food. What they do? They obtain the food that is already prepared. The word hetero means other and trop means nutrition. Those animals which are dependent on others for their nutrition. Heterotrophs are the organisms which depend upon other organisms for their food, like man, animal, fungi. What are these? These are the good example of heterotrophs. Based on the type of food they eat, living organism can be categorized into following three groups. We have divided them into three groups. We have herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. First is herbivores. Herbivores are the animals that feed on plant food. These are the animals that feed on plants only, like cows, deer, goat, elephant. These are the example of herbivores. Then we have carnivores. These are the animals that feed on meat only. These are the animals, those who feed on meat only, like lion, tiger, lizard. They are the some example of carnivores. Then we have omnivores. What are omnivores? They are defined as animals who eat both plants and flesh. What they eat? They eat plant as well as flesh of other animals. Now, like human being, crow and dog, these are the example of omnivores. Human beings no doubt make their own food, but they are considered a type of heterodont. Human beings, they make their own food, but they are considered as heterodont. Now, nutrition in plant. Most plants that we see around are green in color. The plants that we see around are green in color. Such green plants are autotrophs and they obtain their food by the process of photosynthesis. So, how they obtain their food? They obtain their food by the process of photosynthesis. Photo means light and synthesize means to make. Now, photosynthesis is the synthesizes of the food in the presence of light. During photosynthesis, carbon dioxide and water are converted into glucose in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. What happens during photosynthesis? The carbon dioxide and water, they are converted into glucose. They are converted into glucose in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. Carbon dioxide plus water, what it makes? Sugar plus oxygen. Now, chlorophyll is a green color pigment. What it is? It is green color pigment found in the plastids of the leaf tissue. The plastids which contain chlorophyll, the plastids which contain chlorophylls are called chloroplasts. What are they known as? They are known as chloroplasts. Then we have Nutrition in non-green plants. What are non-green plants? Non-green plants like bacteria and fungi. They are heterotrophs. These plants do not contain chlorophyll. They do not have chlorophyll. They depend on other living organisms for their nutrition. They are dependent upon other living organisms for their nutrition. According to their mode of nutrition, heterotrophs are divided into four groups. They are parasitic plants, saprophytic plants, carnivorous plants, and symbiotic plants. What are parasites? Most plants make all the food they need by the photosynthesis. But some species are parasites. They steal food from other plants known as host plants. Parasitic plants have Parasitic plants have special suckers that may invade the host plant food channels and draw off sugars and minerals. And many parasitic plants are They are totally dependent upon their host for food and no longer need green leaves. They do not need green leaves. Despite their wide diversity, parasitic plants like normal plants have a basic body structure. Like other plants, they have shoot system and root system. You have seen that we have plant and plants have two parts, that is root system and shoot system. But if we talk about some parasitic plants, the normal plants, they have some body structure. For example, Dodder amarbil, it is a plant parasite which produces special sucking root called Hoftoria for absorption of food from the host plant. What it do? It absorbs the food from the host plant. Then we have saprophytic plants. What are saprophytic plants? They live on dead or decaying organic matter and they derive their food from it and are called saprophytes. They release special kinds of enzymes which break the complex organic matter into simpler form. What it do? It breaks the complex organic matter into simpler form. And the digestive food is then absorbed, and some example of saprophytes are fungi and bacteria. If I give you the example of saprophyte, they are fungi and bacteria. Then we have insectivorous plants or carnivorous plants. Insectivorous plants, any plant specially adapted for capturing insect and other tiny animals by the means of indigenous pet for anthrax, and then subjected them to decomposing action of digestive enzymes. Carnivorous plants, what they do, they digest their prey. They digest their prey through the process of chemical breakdown. Alveolus to digestion in animals. The end products are particularly nitrogenous compound and called absorbed by plant. Some common insectivorous are pitcher plant, Venus flytrap, Utricularia, and Drosera. Then we have symbiotic plant. Symbiotic, it has come from ancient Greek word together and living. It's close and often long-term interaction between two or more different biological species. Those association in which one organism lives on another. It is a type of association in which one organism lives on another. And lichens is a typical example of symbiosis. It is an example of symbiosis. Then we have root nodules that occurs on the root of plant that associate with symbiotic bacteria at the nitrogen limiting condition. Plants from the pea family fabricate from the symbiotic relationship with the host specific strain of bacteria known as rhizobia. And the plants in return provide food and shelter to the bacteria. What it's provide? It's provide food and shelter to the bacteria. Then we have replenishment of nutrients in the soil. We have learned that plants absorb minerals, nutrients from the soil for the growth and development. The farmer continues cultivating crop year after year in the field. So amount of nutrients goes on decline. What happens? जो amount of nutrients है वो क्या होगा? Decline होता रहता है and yield of crop also goes on decrease. You must have seen farmers applying manure. आपने देखा होगा farmers apply करते हैं manure, compost and fertilizer in the field to enrich the fertility of the soil. The addition of manure and fertilizer, soil nutrients can be replenished by adopting these methods. Keeping the field. If you want to keep the field free from a season to make up lost nutrients for a season, it's called field land, yeah, your fellow. What happens during this time, during this period? The soil regenerates its lost nutrients by the action of microorganisms present in the soil. This makes the soil ready for the next crop rotation. Apart from above principle, crop rotation helps to control the growth of weed and erosion, which tends to remove nutrients from the soil. What it do, it's remove the nutrients from the soil. And the inclusion of legumes in crop rotation also add nutrients in the soil and allow the land to rest in order to regrow back to bush and rebuild the use of nutrients. What you will do, you will use the rebuild the use of nutrients. This was the chapter. Hope you understood the chapter. Let's start with exercise of the chapter. Take the correct option. The green color pigment in leaves is called. जो green color का pigment होता है वो क्या कहा जाता है? Chlorophyll. Two different organisms living together and benefiting each other. कौन सा कहता है? Symbiotic relation. Autotrophic nutrition is a mode of nutrition in blue-green algae. Which part of the plant gets CO2 from the air for photosynthesis? That is stomata. Now stomata is surrounded by, किससे surrounded होता है stomata? Guard cells. Next is fill in the blanks. The dash plants carry out photosynthesis in the green leaf. So कौन से plants? Green plants. Dodder is an example of कौन सा कैसा plant है? Parasitic. The dash carried the food prepared in the plant body. कौन carry करता है? Leaf. During photosynthesis and plants take in. Plants क्या लेते हैं? Carbon dioxide. And what they release? Oxygen. The food synthesized by the plant is stored as. इस फॉर्म का स्टोर होता है स्टार्च के फॉर्म में. Now write T for true and F for false statement. Saprophytes absorb nutrients from the rotten matter on which they live. It's true. Heterotrophs derive nutrients from non-living sources. True. All the animals and human beings are heterotrophs. All the green plants are autotrophs. False. All the insectivorous plants are green in color. It's false. Now, short answer question. What is nutrition? What is nutrition? Nutrition क्या होता है? What are nutrients? What are carnivores and name a carnivore plant? जो क्या खाते हैं? Insects को खाते हैं. And what are carnivorous plant like dodder? Became insectivora, Venus flytrap. आपको यहाँ पे इक्वेशन जो मैंने आपको बताई थी फोटोसिंथेसिस की वो प्रेजेंट करना है. Differentiate between saprophytic और parasitic mode. Now long answer type, discuss the detail about autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. आपको एक डिफरेंस बताना है और एग्जांपल्स भी देने हैं. डिस्क्राइब सिम्बायोटिक मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन, जिसमें क्या होता है कि जो प्लांट्स होते हैं वो एक दूसरे के साथ एक रिलेशन फॉलो करता है और वो एक दूसरे की हेल्प करते हैं. डिस्क्राइब द वे बाय विच ग्रीन प्लांट्स प्रोड्यूस ऑल द रॉ मटेरियल रिक्वायर्ड बाय द फोटोसिंथेसिस. क्या क्या रॉ मटेरियल रिक्वायर्ड होते हैं, ठीक है, फॉर द प्रोसेस ऑफ फोटोसिंथेसिस दैट यू हैव टू do. Now our chapter have been completed. Hope you understood the chapter. That's all for today. Thank you.